I've started working again, and boy do I have a lot of pent-up aggression. And where else should I direct it other than the most overrated arc of one of the most overrated shows ever? Last summer I was eagerly awaiting every Sunday for the new Dragon Ball Super episode, and even though I had to wait almost half a year to see 5 good episodes, I still had a better time than this mess. Where should we start? Well, from the very beginning, of course. You can already tell that this arc is gonna be much more serious than the previous ones. Just by the art style, which I am a fan of since it looks good. But it's just foreshadowing for the complete lack of humor and quirkiness that makes Dragon Ball Dragon Ball. When we just left off, Goku became a Super Saiyan while fighting a galactic tyrant on an exploding planet for a few dozen episodes. Neat. Goku won and perished alongside the planet in an explosion of fire and glory. Frieza survived, cause why not? Got a new metal body and with his father headed to Earth so they can kill Goku's family and friends. Everyone is scared shitless and all hope seems lost, when suddenly a stranger with the stupidest haircut and the coolest jacket comes out of nowhere to oppose the villains. But come on, what's he gonna do? Swipe that sword around and try to beat the most dangerous enemy the show has presented so far? Yes, while becoming Super Saiyan as well. Anticlimactic? No! Why would you say that? He just appeared out of nowhere, and all the background and hype that made the first Super Saiyan transformation is just tossed aside, like a secondary character. He makes short work of Frieza with one swift motion and then unceremoniously blows him up. Keep in mind that this man is about 20, maybe 30% stronger than Frieza, and effortlessly murder him. This will come into play later. To everyone's amazement, this stranger is called Trunks, and came from the future to save the past because his future sucks. Can't you tell from the haircut? Also to tell them that Goku survived and was trained by aliens in some other planet. Yeah, sure, okay. Goku arrives, has an exhibition match with a time traveler, who then leaves after telling them that in his future, they are all dead because androids, killed them. Everyone trains their asses off to be prepared, but we all know we're just going to focus on the Saiyans and the Goblin. Years pass, and finally robots appear out of nowhere to spread chaos and disaster, alongside cementing the fact that supporting characters are just there for the sake of having meatbags around to show how awesome the protagonists are. What? Everyone else is useless but the protagonists? In an anime? Why, I'd never! Yamcha dies, but then doesn't. Goku fights a robot that looks ugly as sin. From every aspect. Don't you even try to defend it. Goku is at least twice as powerful as the fat dough man, yet got sick somehow and is now dying and stuff. Vegeta comes in and turns Super Saiyan, after blowing up rocks. Yes, that's how you turn Super Saiyan now. Vegeta's motivation is handled well though. Goku became Super Saiyan through extreme anger and Vegeta through extreme jealousy, so I suppose it's okay enough. Would be nice if the Super Saiyan state though locked you into that emotion, and you had to master it in order to be able to have control of yourself. But that is too much to ask, I suppose, and would make the heroes face real adversity and character growth. Goku is taken away so that he can rest and Vegeta wins. The group chases down the mad scientist who can't even touch Piccolo. Alright, Piccolo time? Nope. God forbid someone else is cooler than the apes. Trunks appears and oh no, these aren't the androids that killed everyone, so they all run after Zero and find his labs. 2 kids are there with massive foreheads. I mean, Jesus! Were those heads designed as tablets at first? Apparently the kids are like super strong and stuff, also androids, not cyborgs, androids, and beat everyone up, including Vegeta who got too cocky and ended up having a few broken arms. Pickleman is angry and goes off to fuse with God while Vegeta and Trunks start the training in the room of time and space. Goku is still sick and the androids who have also freed one more android, cause why not, go out, steal stuff and ride cars. Clearly King Piccolo has nothing to these guys, they are just the most evil things ever forever. And here is where the show just fucks everything up. Another android appears, right? But this time it's a bug thing. From the future! Also Trunks is Vegeta's son from the future, so Trunks went back, creating one timeline. He went back again later, creating one more, deactivated the androids, and Cell was angry because he had to consume them to become perfect. because logic, so he killed one Trunks and went back, so now there are many timelines and I do not know why I care anymore. Also, Cell is just a clusterfuck of characters, so he has everyone's abilities. Remember how Frieza had so many interesting attacks, like Black Ball and Yellow Ball and Purple Line of Death, which are all original and totally not just previous attacks given a new color? Now imagine absolutely nothing new and the most generic cocky attitude in existence. Where were we? Oh right, Cell fights Piccolo. Piccolo is strong but somehow doesn't kill Cell because convenience. Cell escapes. Just let the freak of nature win for once, would you? Piccolo finds the androids and they fight a bit, tiring each other out, but not really because apparently androids have unlimited energy. Yeah, that sounds about right. No need to make them have any weaknesses like say overloading their batteries or something. But then Cell comes in, who has consumed many people cause that's a fetish for some and it's just too strong for the non-binary green man. The android with the bird fetish comes in, punches Cell, but Cell is tricky and uses the oldest trick in the book of having the previously intelligent antagonist be a complete moron and just stay still, waiting to be caught. Classic. Cell becomes semi-perfect? Semi-perfect. Nice. Yeah, this yogurt right here is semi-solid. That makes sense. Birdman loses. Tien the man comes in and just blasts the shit out of him repeatedly, incapacitating him for whole minutes, giving the other androids a chance to escape. But they don't. Apparently Android 18, who is 60 million times stronger than the average human, can't lift a pile of junk. Excuse me, an android. But if they escaped, the arc would have ended right there and then. But nope! After proving that secondary characters are just useless and offer nothing of substance, Tien falls down and is almost dead and stuff, who cares. Krillin comes in ready to blow up the androids because they have a built-in bomb that kills them if they want for whatever reason, which is like super duper powerful. I mean, it's later stated that it can kill enemies like 10 times stronger than them. Yeah, it's super convenient, but let's see how they use it. Vegeta and Trunks come in, both much stronger and fight Cell. Vegeta dominates Cell but doesn't kill him because pride, hard derp derp, and allows Cell to consume the other android to become perfect. Trunks is having none of this, and instead of killing Cell on the spot, he just tackles him a bit and kind of shoots his dad. Long story short, Cell finds Android 18 and starts eating her because fetish? Why didn't she blow up? Because reasons. Why didn't Krillin blow her up? Because he's like the average viewer, minus all the muscles. And within the head on his shoulders is a brain smaller than the head in his pants. He got the hots for a washing machine. Bad guy shows up, Vegeta and gang kill them. The end. But if that happened, we wouldn't get one of the best moments in the whole series. Cell is perfect now, so he punches Krillin, while being hundreds of times stronger than him, yet doesn't kill him because reasons. He lets Vegeta have a clean shot at him and we finally get a good scene, with the arrogant piece of shit that caused all this gathering power from all around him to unleash the final flash against the worst villain I have ever seen. Cell loses an arm, but then doesn't cause pickle cells, punches Vegeta and breaks his spine, but doesn't kill him because reasons. Trunks fights Cell. Cell doesn't care and just kind of breaks his spirit. He then announces that in a few days a tournament will take place and if he wins, he blows up the earth. Cause he wants to test his power and stuff. Who gives a shit anymore? Oh, I forgot to mention that Goku and his son Gohan went in the room of time and space when Vegeta and his son ended their training session. And since then Gohan has learned to become a Super Saiyan. A tiny little bit because of the responsibility he has to be strong enough to save the earth. And mostly because Goku was just firing fucking laser cannons at him. They come out as perfect Super Saiyans, which means that they do not get tired from staying in that form anymore. Days pass, and instead of them training more to, save the goddamn earth, they have some family time, which is nice. The day of the tournament comes. Some clowns show up for shits and giggles and the real fight begins. But how is Cell's personality? Well, I'm glad you asked. He's a walking trash can. He constantly talks shit. That's it. That is all. All his dialogue is, "Oh, my perfect form is so perfect and I am perfect. coupled with "You pathetic piece of trash, I am perfect and you are not." The best antagonist ever, ladies and gentlemen. No new attacks because he has the attacks of everyone, yet he doesn't demonstrate even half of them, and only talks about himself. Nice. Goku fights and is putting up a good fight. If everyone else joined in, they could have finished Cell off pretty easily, but nope. Goku concedes the fight and lets Gohan fight in his place. Cell is tired, so Goku throws him a plot device to heal him to full health. Yeah man, this is the best arc, I don't see any problems. Gohan gets beat up, Cell is pregnant and gives birth to his kids, who he later throws at a gang forcing them to fight. 16 tries to blow up Cell but can't because they removed his bomb. Oops. He dies and then Gohan becomes like super angry and stuff. And he becomes angrier than anyone has ever been in the history of the cosmos. He becomes so angry that he makes a new transformation altogether. You know how Super Saiyans are the result of extreme anger? Mostly at least. Gohan got so angry that he transformed twice. Okay, I mean the transformation is basically the Super Saiyan with a different shade of yellow. He beats up Cell and causes him to split a girl but not the boy because fetish. Cell goes back in evolution and threatens to blow up himself and the entire Earth now. Cell is at least 60 times weaker than Gohan, both in strength and speed. And not only Gohan, Goku and everyone else as well. He isn't nearly as strong as anyone there. And as shown before, you can essentially travel faster than your opponent can conceive if your power level is at least double theirs. Anyway, Goku sacrifices himself to teleport Cell somewhere else. Goku dies and we get a good character moment where Gohan, the previously shy kid with no confidence, realizes how much of a moron he was by not finishing Cell when he could, once he attained ultimate power. Cell reforms because one Cell, just one, not two, not three, not 100, just one Cell of him survived so that he reformed stronger than ever and in his perfect form because his body remembered it. Best villain, no doubt. Now he is a zombie, slag, ape, human, dildo which is also a robot. Excuse me, an android. He comes back down to Earth, fights Gohan and has a beam strangle. We get this awesome scene where both father and son blast Cell to oblivion. Also the side characters are there to show that they are still relevant and stuff, except for Trunks, who is dead by Cell, which makes Vegeta so bitter that he swears to never fight again. Except not because he went forward in time, because he then appeared in the movie. Yeah, this is indeed perfect. If you make any perfect jokes or puns while talking about the Cell saga, you're basically saying fuck you to everyone listening. I really want this video to get a bit more attention so that the starving for content Dragon Ball community can prove me wrong. Because actually, in the Darek of Faku Oateru issue number 26.7, it was stated by Konjima-sama that Android 16 weighs over 20 gajillion tons, and you are wrong. Baka, I debunked you because you spread misinformation. But I have better things to do than research a cartoon.